Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons. This is Knight's Journey of Dreams, and well, in the last episode we had motivation to go through this door, so let's go through this door and not waste any time. And isn't that a pretty stained glass picture, and I love how it projects onto the floor, and I love this game! Partly to counterbalance the hate that everyone else has for it, but also just because I genuinely like it. So first of all, here's our first level, The Dream of Ocean, Aqua Garden. And in case you were wondering, the other character in this game goes through 3 completely different levels, and I just prefer Helen's because, as you can see, first mission, the missions vary. Helen has a preferredness for a specific type of mission, which we'll get to in due course, but that's not this one. This is the first mission. We need to go and rescue Knights who was taken captive by Riala.
So this is NiGHTopia, the paradise created by the idiot.
I knew that you would come.
Owl? Who are those little people?
Why, those are Nightopians. They're the inhabitants of this place. Normally, they act rather bright and cheerful, but they must be very scared of the Nightmarins at this moment.
Poor things.
According to them, Knights is being held in that prison over there. A rescue attempt will not be simple. The key we require is guarded by the Nightmares. So, the problem is... Oh, wait! You mustn't rush.
Knights! Are you okay?
Helen, what are you doing here?
I wanted to help you. But I don't know if...
Helen, is that a red idia? Okay, that red idia is enough to take care of this cage. Come on, climb up here using that chain. Let's show these guys we mean business.
And this is where the fun starts. So, the level design is slightly different from the original game, because obviously this is a sequel. So the level design is more or less the same, but the objective, instead of being to deliver 20 blue chips to the guardian thingy at the end of each lap, instead of doing that for 4 laps, we have to chase these bird creatures down for 3 laps. So it's slightly different, but that's just this mission. So it's just go as fast as you can and just keep your charge gauge up. Now, I do have to question the logic of Riala trapping Knights inside a cage that's just right out in the open. So, you'll also notice that we have a time limit in the corner there, and honestly, I don't remember what the best course of action is for getting the best score and thus the best rank in a stage, so I'm just going to do my best. Because, for example, in the original Nights into Dreams, you would more have to, once you've completed a lap, it only registers as complete when you go back to the cage at the beginning. Oh, that was worth an A rank, apparently. And now we have just a different cage to go through, apparently. In that, you'd have to do several laps with the time that you have in order to actually get a good rank. And I just opened an egg by accident there. Thank you, Nightopian egg, for getting in the way and making me lose track of the thing that I'm chasing. Oh, never mind, we caught back up just like that. So really, you don't have that much time to stop and smell the blue chips, but I'm doing it whatever. It's the first level. I already got 1 A rank out of a possible 3. So we're doing fine. Plus there are these auto-speedy-uppy things, and we've got plenty of boost gauge to go on. I mean, they're not called boost gauges, but you know. Also, I just like this area as an aesthetic. I mean, it's not my favourite. Helen has some really lovely levels, later on in the game. But as the opening level goes, this is quite nice. Can you be helped? Just dragging me off course like that. Also, I love how you can see the door in the background as well. Just... Oh, can I catch you here? Because here'll be a good place to catch... Yes, there we go. And also just rescuing another Nightopian. They have the same AI as Chow from the Sonic Adventure series. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, that was a B-worthy performance, just because the times I got stopped partway through. But yes. So, sometimes the rank thing will do that. It'll look like it's committing to a higher grade and then swoop back down to the lower one. But it could do that in the reverse direction as well. And is this not well, I mean, you might not know. Is this not reminiscent of the wet garden level from the first game, where there's an area like this? I believe in the first game, the Splash Garden, that's what it was called, was actually one of the male characters' levels, but I keep alluding to the male character, that can wait until we play his story. For the moment, we're playing Helen's story, and it's all about Helen and her beautiful moist garden. Oh dear. Oh dear. But anyway, I got all 3 keys in one single lap. Look at how much time we have on the clock. Now, you can do sort of a monosyllabic drill dash, that's what they call it, if you have nothing in the meter at the bottom. But obviously, it'll only last for a momentito, and that's not very good. So I forget how score bonuses work, but hey, maybe that was good enough for an A? Yes? No, yeah, that ticked over into an A. So we got an A, a B, and an A. So overall, that should average out to a fairly decent grade, I would say. So that may... yeah, no, that's enough to tick over into an A. But now, as you may know if you've played the first game, it's not quite as simple as just do X number of laps, because we have to fight a boss. And the bosses in well, this game as a whole, but the bosses especially, have such incredible music, so ladies, gentlemen, and all friends besides, may I present Gurania. Giant Gurania, that is. Did I go inside? I may have miscalculated there. Well, boo. Can I have myself back? Thank you. I forget the exact protocol here. I know oh, also these green rings. They recharge your dash abilities without expending the ring itself. So there you go. This boss is all about teaching you how to use the power loop, because if you hit the boss in the face, it'll split up into all these little orbs, and all you need to do is power loop them up and dispose of them. I don't know if you can do it in one, and also because I've taken away so much of Gurania's body, not so giant anymore, because every boss has a... like, their theme music is, oh, hello. Every boss has a alliterative name for their theme, and obviously Gurania, giant Gurania, but Gurania's not giant anymore, because we've taken most of its physical form. Oh. What did I do? Oh, so you get a score multiplier based on how quickly you complete the boss. Apparently that was, like, middling as far as goodness goes. I feel like that's a B. Is that a B? No, it's good enough for an A. We got an A! You may recognize this scoring system from my Patreon videos. Fun fact, in the original game for the Sega Saturn, A, B, and C would have like a circle in the background, and D, E, and F would have a cross in the background. And that does carry over into this, just not visually. A, B, and C are a passing grade, D, E, and F are a failing grade. So, anyway. Moving swiftly on, we have the Dream Diary. I forget what that does. It's like a keeping track of your score or something. I don't remember. But anyway, let's return to the Dream Gate, because we have plot going on here. We've opened another gate! My goodness, what secrets could it hold? Nothing of fantastic relevance, unfortunately. Even less so now that the Wii is no longer Nintendo's primary console, because, are you about to explain to me, or do we have more story?
Well done. Well done. You have truly proven yourself worthy of the Idiot of Courage.
Well, I mean, I just...
But it is still too early to celebrate. All visitors originally possess a total of 5 different Idia. Fortunately, you've at least managed to hold on to your Idia of Courage. The remaining 4 are the Idia of Purity, Intelligence, Growth, and Hope. They are white, blue, green, and yellow, respectively. If you can retrieve them all, then peace will be restored to Nightopia. Idia are the very source of Nightopia. The fact that Nightopia currently exists at all means that the other Idia must be someplace in this world, most likely hidden. Listen well, visitor. These Idia are of your very heart. Retrieve the remaining 4 Idia, and your heart will win out over Nightmare.
I understand, Owl. But what do you expect me to do?
You needn't worry. NiGHTS is with you. And I will do what I can to keep an eye on you and help you out to the best of my abilities.
So, it's a bit difficult to explain, but that door leads to a thing called My Dream. That's what it's called. And it's kind of like a chow garden. It fills up with furniture based on which missions you do and how well you do them. And time was, you could link it up to the weather channel on the Wii, and it would have real-world weather in there. Alas, that service doesn't exist anymore, so let's just head back into Aqua Garden for our next mission. We've got an A, we're doing well so far. So let's head back in. I don't remember, does it automatically take us to the next mission? No, it doesn't, because... So the first mission in every level is always a chase mission. It's always get the 3 keys on 3 laps, fight a boss. Missions 2, 3, and 4 are a bit different, and mission 5 is always consistent. Spoilers, there are 5 missions per world, so... We have time, let's start on Aqua Garden mission 2. What do we got? Also, I should mention, I have a bit to say about the Idea. First of all, they were in the first game, but they played a much smaller role, and I thought it was pronounced idea, like with a Y, because like it's based on the word idea, so it's an idea. But it's Idea, because they want to make it sound different, I guess.
I can't believe this. Even with the nightmarins out there, these fellows are so carefree. I guess that's part of what makes NiGHTopia such a great place.
Hey, look! Owl is over there too.
Hello, you two. I suppose you've already observed my lack of grace, have you? Well, you mustn't kick yourself, my dears. This is not as easy as it may appear. The larger a ball you make, the more difficult it is to control. I say, you must respect your elders. All right, let's have a proper match then. Let's see if you can make a ball that's larger than Mark.
I must say, just, first of all, we have a gimmicky mission. I forget how it works. But hey, look, we're on a different axis of existence now. So yes, I forget. Oh, here we go. We have balls. I think World 1 is just, hey, power loop. Do a lot of power loopage. And then boop them into the middle, and you don't even have to power loop them, it just helps. Oh, and I guess if it bumps into an enemy, then you'll have a bad time, because these enemies are pufferfish, and thus they will go pippity-poppity-pop. But yes, go towards the middle and be in there, and absorb each other. There we go. That's what we like to see. Do the power loops not even work? It's like the Paralympics, but the Paraloopics. Now, I did at some point know what the grade boundaries for this level was. I don't remember what they are. Because yes, you can sort of see in the corner of the screen there's like a dotted circle. Don't go that way, go this way. You need to fill that up in order to pass the level. And the further, like, the more you complete that, like, the further outside that dotted thing you go, the better your rank will overall be. And if it's, like... If it doesn't fill that circle completely, then you failed the level and you have to do it again. So, okay, that I can kind of see being maybe a criticism of this game, in that there are these gimmick missions that are sort of required, and oh, by the way, if you take damage, you do lose a bit of time. But, look at it this way. In the first game, you had 1 chase mission for every level and 1 boss, and that was it. So, be grateful that you get to spend... You see, there you go, I sort of got clipped there. You get to spend more time in each level, which, okay, maybe you want to just get on with the story, but there's more story, so you have more urgence to stay in each world, I guess. You have more incentive to care. Do the power loops not affect the bubbles? Okay, look, it's turned red, which, despite everything, actually is a good thing. Yeah, the controls are a little bit weird, but, like, this isn't meant to be easy. It controls well enough, it's just the balls have ball-pushing physics level Okami. But that's fine, because it's supposed to be a bit of a challenge. It's not too hard because it's the first level in the game, and yes, every world does have their gimmick levels. Some are sort of gentle like this, some are a bit more action-orientated, and there's another type of gimmick level where it's sort of Helen's favourite, so to speak, because both of the protagonists have their own favourite type of gimmick level, and that appears in every level per character. Whilst the other character's favourite mission type does appear, like, Helen's favourite type of mission does appear at least once in the other character's story mode, but it appears in every mission of said other characters. But how can I put this in a way that makes sense? Helen has a favourite type of mission. That's in all of her levels. It only appears in 1 or 2 of the other characters' levels, and vice versa. So, yeah, gimmick types. So, level 41. That was good enough to at least pass the level. Was it good enough to get an A? No. Oh, it doesn't go down to... Oh, yes, apparently. Oh, the grading system doesn't go down to F anymore. I didn't even realise. So yes. In the previous game, it went all the way down to F, and you can sort of see behind the E and the D that those have crosses behind their still failing grades, but hey, there's one grade boundary fewer. Anyway, moving on. Or I should say, heading back to the Dreamgate. So, that's more or less the flow of this game. You get introduced to a level, and then you get to play little mini levels inside it, and that's more or less it. Can you be helped? Yes. You don't even know how good I am at handling balls. But yes, the Idia. They didn't really... You could talk to Knights now and replay the tutorial whenever, by the way. In the original game, you'd enter a level with all 5 and then be ambushed when heading to Knights, and you'd lose all of them and then you'd get them back by playing the level. Whereas in this, you have 1 to begin with and you just slowly regain them over the course of the game. I don't remember what this mission is. I know the one after it is worthy of its own episode, but hey. Oh wait, hang on a minute, I think I know what this one is after all. So, there are gimmick levels, there are action-oriented gimmick levels, there's another kind of gimmick level that we've yet to encounter, and then there's this, and I forget exactly what the details of this are.
Look over there. Something is poking its head out from that jar. Is it a Nightmarin?
No, that's just an octopus. You're scared of everything, aren't you?
Octopi?
He's kind of a scaredy cat too. If you chase after him, he'll leave behind a trail of rings. It's good practice to fly through those rings. It's not as easy as it looks though. Hey, why don't you give it a shot? You're used to flying by now, aren't you? Come on, let's go.
Hey, wait a minute.
This, I believe, is consistent across every level for both characters. So there's that at least. That I could explain in a decent manner, but this is just... get a good number of links, and it is a little bit unforgiving, so you do need to get good as a matter of urgency. Good. I got at least 1, that's fine. I believe you do only get X number of chances, and I don't remember what number X is, but there you go. We've already succeeded twice. But I kind of want to, like, at this point, I've got 2 A's in a row, so I kind of do want to... I kind of want to get A's across the board in Aqua Garden now, just to prove that I can. Because I'm not really good at precision flying like this, as you can sort of see. There we go. We've succeeded so far. I believe you do get 5 shots in a row. Well, if you have to pass at least 3, I think, based on what, like, the thing in the bottom right corner is saying onto my face. I'd like to set something of a record score here as well, just to prove that I am worthy of the A rank. Because, damn it, I'm an academic. I thrive on being told that my stuff is worthy of an A. Plus, it's good practice for the later levels where it's not quite as forgiving. So, you know, hey, we've already quadrupled our target score, so it's fine. It's not even an issue. This is all going to count in my favour when it comes to determining my final grade. Have I said my piece about the idiot? Because I've had plenty to say about it the past 2 episodes, and I've only just actually addressed it. But, yeah, so there's a whole load. There's 5 in total. They function slightly differently from the previous game. I think I've said my piece about them. They're much more story relevant than in this one. See, I feel like I had trouble with these levels as a youth, and now I'm not having trouble with them. So, can we get to 200? We got to 200. How much longer can we go for? Fight me, Octopore. Oh yes, I was going to mention as well, I do like how when Knights and Helen, or the other character, are dualized, they both have the same body movements. I like that as a thing. You can sort of tell that they're dualized and working together because they're both moving the same way, and it's so cute. But yes, I've set quite an unprecedented high score here, so can we move on with my life? But be not of the mistaking. This isn't as easy as it looks. Look, we've got over 300. This is madness, this is Sparta. Come on. I kind of don't want to go out of my way to avoid getting links, but at the same time... Fine, just let me bank that. There we go. I suppose I will just beat you at the other side of this, because you've seen the whole course several times over now, so, see you shortly. Kind of makes me wonder why I just barely scraped the first couple, but hey look, there's my high score, is it worth an A? Yes. No one is surprised by this. I think that went well. But I do recall those missions getting a lot harder with time, so don't you worry about that being potentially boring. But anyway, I know these episodes are kind of short, just because of story and whatnot, but why thank you, Owl. I appreciate your, Oh good. There's going to be plot in the next episode, but yes. For now, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode we're going to head back into Aqua Garden and see what that strange aura is emanating from the sea, and yes, there will be plot progression, don't mind me and stuff. See you then for that.